Are you ready? That's kind of the driving vector for this episode. Are you ready? And this is going to be a day in the life kind of episode, although to start a day in the life episode at this time of the day, I can tell you about my day. I had the day in the classroom and then a photography club, which is really the impetus for this video. And then there was a gymnastics meet, which was also pretty amazing. I'll show a couple pictures. I'll blur the faces as always. But then let's get back to the topic. So, are you ready? There's two things that require a degree of readiness. Two things that require you to have a I am ready mentality. And I'm going to talk about those in this video. So as you can see from the gymnastics pictures, there was some pretty amazing stuff went on. I don't understand. I teach physics, and I look at the physics, and I look at the gymnasts, and I look at the beam is about like this wide. It's 4 inches actually, but I mean it looks like it's about this wide. Unbelievable athletes, and the bravery to put yourself. I don't know. The girl was telling me, she was like, yeah, I was doing this thing, I shattered both my ankles. And I was like, I was playing basketball once and I broke a shoelace. Seemed to be off topic. But isn't that a surprise to no one? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to roll with the changes? Are you ready? I've been trying to think of like another music video that I might want to do. And this might be inspiration for that music video. Are you ready to roll with the changes? Are you ready to roll with the changes? You don't know what's going to come along in life, and you got to be ready to change. Are you ready to seize the opportunity? Are you ready to see an opportunity in front of you and say, I want that. I'm going to take the steps in order to do that. So here we go. Here's the story. It comes out of photography club. The story that leads to this. So we're in the photography club. We do the things we do, and then we get to the part where it's like, okay, what do we want to do as our photo shoot activity for today? And two of the young ladies go, we want to make a video. In fact, it ultimately unfolded. We want to be in your video, and we want to probably do it going forward. Now here's the thing, are you ready for an opportunity? So these are students that I've had conversations with over the last semester and month, and they're like, yeah, video, it'd be kind of cool to have YouTube. I don't know how to do it. I don't know what to do. I don't know how. I don't know what the whole lack of information was the stumbling block for them to do something. But they saw an opportunity. They saw what we're doing with Gnarly Charlie and with Namens and with Jacinda, and they're like, that is an opportunity I would like to have a part of. Now, whenever you see an opportunity, and an opportunity is before you, and you want to make a move for it, you need to have done the things, the required prerequisites to be ready to do that. You need to sort of have done your groundwork. If you're going to jump on an opportunity when it comes by, if the opportunity train is coming down the track and you're at the station, you better have your bags packed. Now that's a good metaphor. And I just made that up right here on the spot. I was not going to say that, but that's a good metaphor. I wish there was someone there who could acknowledge. That's a good metaphor. If your opportunity train is coming down the tracks, you better be at the station and you better have your bags packed. And they were. They said, this is what we want to do and this is how we want to do it, and can you set the cameras up? And we're going to get this other person to run the camera, and this person is going to adjust the lights. Oh, we're going to get this other person to run the second camera. They were ready. They knew what they wanted to do, and they were ready to do it. Are you ready when an opportunity comes by? Are you ready to roll with the changes? That's my part of the story. So this was not in my plan. Having another student segment, having another student show. I don't know what's going to happen, but they're going to talk to me tomorrow. And they're like, do we want to just do this one-time thing and be in the video with their parents' consent, of course, or is this going to become something they want to do on a regular basis? So they'll let me know. I was not anticipating that. Am I ready? Am I ready for the change? I'm ready. I'm ready to roll with the changes. It seems like it fits the whole idea that passing this creativity on to another group of people. What does that mean for you as the viewer, as a channel subscriber? You know, you're coming here to get your Photoshop tutorials, and you got these high school kids telling you what they think about movies and TV shows. That means that you're gonna have to roll with the changes too, or I don't know, I'll probably lose some subscribers over it. I hope not. I mean, it seems like that would be a dreadful reason to unsubscribe, because the guy that runs the channel is doing life lessons that are specific and intentional to a certain group of people who want to learn about making videos. I don't know. Hope you'll stick around. So I'm going to bring this segment to an end, and I will wrap this video up tomorrow when I get back. I'm not going to stay here much longer. I was loading the gymnastic pictures up. So see you in the next segment. So it is the next day of the Day in the Life episode, and it is in the morning, and I'm gonna try to wrap this up relatively quickly. I'm gonna work on a tutorial, Photoshop tutorial today, and then we have Charlie and Jacinda are gonna be here this afternoon, and I don't know what else is gonna happen. It's just another day in the classroom and all the things that go on along with that. Had an interesting thing happen yesterday, and I've thought about it a lot over the last 12 hours, I suppose. No, not 12. I'm more like 18. Anyway, I'm gonna go over here and get the coffee going, and I'll tell you about this interesting thing. So, I ran into a parent yesterday, someone I hadn't met before, and conversation began, and the parent says, "So, what's your area of expertise?" And I was like, it was an interesting question. What is my area of expertise? I finally answered the question in the context of you know what how my life intersected with the parent's life, which was in the classroom. So I answered it in that context. But then I got to thinking about it. What am I an expert at? What does it even mean to be an expert? I had a professor once in graduate school who said, what is an expert? And he said, an X is a has-been and a spurt is a drip under pressure. And so if you were an expert, you were a has-been drip who was under pressure. That's what he said. Interesting concept, but what are you an expert at? What am I an expert at? That's the only ways you can answer that question. And the longer you live, the more things you develop expertise in, the more complicated the answer becomes. So I thought it was an interesting question. I have a master's degree in recreation, and I was like, part of my brain was like running around and playing in the playground when she asked, you know, that I almost started to say, well, I'm expert. I have a master's degree in recreation. That makes me an expert in kickball, which it doesn't. And I don't know if it makes me an expert at anything, but it did train us to be like the superintendent of a park or a large community recreation center, or run, you know, programs and things like that. I did not say that, but I did. I guess there was that in my mind. It was like about 7.5 years long where I was just going. But I answered the question. I talked to another colleague. I said, what are you an expert at? And he was like, And he had a really funny way. He goes, well, I didn't quite make expert in anything. I was just like, you know, I was like expert and really good and so-so. He goes, I was between that so-so and really good in a lot of things. And I thought that was kind of a funny way of putting it. I don't know. What are you an expert at? What if someone asked you, so what's your area of expertise? Photoshop? Nah, maybe. I don't know. I'm getting ready to do a Photoshop tutorial. I think I said that in the walk-in clip. All right, let's bring this one to a close. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the unexpected? Are you ready to roll with the changes that come your way? We got a big weather forecast coming up, winter warning storm thing. I don't know. The first year I moved up here, there was snow every day for like ever. There was snow piles everywhere, and I thought, well, this just must be the way it is. But looks like this is going to be one of those that people go, whoa, that was a lot of snow. So that's the winter weather warning. I have no idea why I'm talking about the weather. Are you ready to roll with the changes? The weather is about to change. Are you ready to roll with it? New something comes in, new software. Our tech department decided to stop licensing this, and now we're going to license this, and everything you used to do here, now you have to do it here. I used, in World of Warcraft, when I used to play that all the time, there was these voice communication systems, and you had to be ready to roll. If you would join like another team's group for the night, they would be like, "Oh, we don't use Mumble, we use Ventrilo." Or it's like, "Oh, I got to switch. I'm ready. I'm ready to roll." Ready to roll means that you're open-minded and you have exposed yourself to enough different things. You may not be an expert in them, but you're somewhere between passable and pretty good. You're ready to roll with the changes. And are you ready for opportunities to come your way? Do you have your suitcase packed when you go to the train station, just in case that train stops to pick you up? Are you ready to roll? Are you ready for the opportunity? But that is all for this one. We will see you in the next one. Please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, sign for notifications, leave me a comment, question, suggestion, and see you in the next one.